So, I'm going to pose a question to you, and this was more out of curiosity than anything else. I usually do these kind of topic videos to see how well they do, but this one might catch some attention with you guys. And that is, do you guys think that Disney should unite with a video game corporation? Let me explain. You see, as we know, Universal is now lucratively working with Nintendo. They've now got parks open. Epic Universe is coming with a whole Nintendo Land as well. There's also going to be a Donkey Kong expansion, and we know that there's going to be other IPs in the Universal parks, and I guarantee you it's probably going to be Pokemon, followed by, I would imagine, maybe Legend of Zelda. And, yeah, Disney has Mickey Mouse, but now Universal has Mario and Pikachu. And I don't know about you guys, but, like, that's kind of really stiff competition. And I've talked about this before of, like, Universal, you know, cutting in on Disney and really, like, going in for the kill over and over again. And it's just been, you know, hit after hit after hit. I talked about this, like, several months ago, like 2 months ago, back in January, where I talked about, like, is there a possibility that Universal could top, Universal top Disney? And I did talk, I gave a lot of thought on that, and I really did talk about it. But now, with, like, Nintendo as the partner, like, they now have not just Harry Potter, you have Harry Potter and Mario. Big things. A couple of big things that can definitely do some damage if they really decide they want to. This is shit that will definitely, like, rock the theme park lands. And they already are. There's rave reviews in Universal for the Super Nintendo Land at Universal Japan and in California. Just imagine what happens when Epic Universe arrives. Like, I want you to really think on that when it comes to Florida. That's going to be big. So Disney, which is always reactionary, but they never get the fucking point. They've, like, the first thing they did after how well Harry Potter did, they brought in Avatar and then Star Wars to basically, like, mixed views on the whole thing of both Galaxy's Edge and Land of Pandora. But the thing of it is that could Disney, in theory, try to make a partnership with another video game company? And should they? To compete with Universal and now Nintendo. You're now fighting a war on two fronts against a beloved park and a beloved video game franchise company. That's a war on two fronts Disney, at this state, are going to be backed into a corner for. I guarantee you they're already feeling the pressure, because Universal is already, like, talked about, yeah, we're going to build a year-round Halloween Horror Nights in Las Vegas. We're also building a mini park and hotel in near Dallas. So, yeah, and Epic Universe is coming. That's going to put them in a... I guarantee you that Disney has been wounded, is still feeling the scars from the Chapek era, because Iger's only been around for, what? He's only been back since, what, last November? He's still, like, he's got to undo damage that somehow Chapek it's a Herculean feat to fuck Disney over in just 2 years, right? Like, that is something to really, like, think about. It's just, that's a Herculean feat in and of itself to watch it's almost like a masterclass of buffoonery, in my opinion. I'm almost impressed. So, let's say, hypothetically, Disney feels pressure and they're going to react to this. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, they could do the Villain Land, which has been a lot of buzz about for the Blue Sky stuff. That got the most reaction. They could do all of that. But what if Disney wanted to partner with other video game company to compete with Nintendo? I guarantee you, if this was the Michael Eisner years, or if Michael Eisner was in charge, he'd be doing it. I guarantee you, if Michael Eisner was in charge, he'd be like, yeah, let's bring a video game world into this. but it would probably be like LucasArts or something, and they just do more Star Wars stuff. Or they would just try to partner with, as they partner with MGM for Hollywood Studios way back in the day. You guys remember when it used to be Disney and MGM Studios? You guys remember that? I do. I'm old. But that's the thing, is that, like, Disney, could they do it? They're probably not going to do it. That's the thing. But let's say, like, hypothetically, who would be the best candidate for help them compete with Disney? Like, what video game company could help them compete with, compete with Universal and Nintendo? There's a lot of, there's several, but the problem is, Nintendo has some of the best-known IPs ever. I mean, let's count them down. Donkey Kong, Super Mario Brothers, Pokemon, that's the big one. That's another big one. You have Kirby, you have Legend of Zelda. I guarantee you they're going to do something with Legend of Zelda in the future. Metroid, Star Fox. Captain Falcon is also a good one. Everyone loves Falcon Punch. That's a big one. So you need an equal and opposite competitor. And I know what you're already thinking, but they do have a partner somewhat. They have Square Enix. Yeah, totally. They're totally going to partner with Square. They would totally partner with Square Enix and just milk the hell out of a family company is going to milk the hell out of a franchise that is going to build a park around one of the Final Fantasy games. Totally. They would. I'm not saying they can't. I'm not saying they don't have the money for it. They do. They're Disney, for God's sake. But the thing of it is that they wouldn't. You know how, like, they're so cagey about Sora, and yeah, trying to put in all the stuff from like any of the Final Fantasy games, which would probably be 7 if we're being real. Like, 7 would be the one to be the world they would build, but it's an M-rated series. They're not. They may partner with Square Enix for Kingdom Hearts, but yeah, that's not happening. So I would say if I was to pick any company, if there was a company out there that they could work with, and it's one they've technically worked with before, but they were really shitty too, that's the problem, is Capcom. I would say Capcom would be the best bet they would have for a Disney collaboration. Capcom has also various, and I do mean various, IPs that are notable. Street Fighter, Mega Man. There's well, they probably wouldn't use Darkstalkers, but the two they would really milk the hell out of is Mega Man, and they would probably make a Mega Man Land or a Mega Man Ride. Street Fighter, they'd milk the hell out of that. I would say, like, there is a lot they could do with those characters. I think that's there's a lot of potential there. But again, Disney apparently screwed them very hard during Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So they probably burned some bridges. So that was their best shot of collaboration. And Disney doesn't like to do collaboration. They always pick a fight with Square Enix every time there's a Kingdom Hearts game. But yeah, so I guarantee you Disney's feeling a lot of pressure right now. But you guys tell me in the comments below. I'm going to throw the ball in your court. What video game company would you want to see partner with Disney to compete with Universal and Nintendo? Just comment below, let me know. Once again, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.